State of New California, Notice to All Californians, Chapter 2, Grievance 44, February 23, 2021. New California is a new state in development exercising its constitutional right to form from the state of California. The process to form New California is authorized and codified in Article 4, Sections 3 and 4 of the United States Constitution. Statement of intent. The citizens of New California have decided to remedy the abuse of power by the government of California by exercising their right to form a new state provided in the United States Constitution, Article 4, Sections 3 and 4. Quote, "We are determined to live under a state government in the United States of America and under the Constitution of the United States." End quote. New California Declaration of Independence of January 15, 2018 states, quote, "Whenever any form of government becomes destructive, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government. When a long train of abuses and acts to seize and hold the people's power without legal authority and pursuing invariably the same object that clearly demonstrates a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security." End quote. Preamble of the New California State Constitution states, "We, the representatives of the undersigned counties within the state of California, do acknowledge and humbly invoke the favor of Almighty God for the continued civil and religious liberty to ourselves and our posterity." First Amendment of the United States Constitution states, quote, "Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances." End quote. The Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution states, quote, "The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue, but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized." End quote. The counties of New California State brought forward 95 Chapter 1 grievances between January 2018 and November 2019. Beginning on April 28, 2020, New California State will issue 95 additional Chapter 2 grievances to be announced in public on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Exceptions noted. State of New California, Chapter 2, Grievance 44. Declaration of Grievance, Statement of Facts. The people of California are suffering from a tyrannical state government which fails to provide a Republican form of governance, enables and supports across its southern border the invasion of the United States of America by illegal foreign nationals, and protects vicious criminals who commit outrageous acts of violence upon the citizens of America, all caused by a government of and for a mono-party system led by a tyrannical dictator who openly defies federal law. California state government is in direct violation of the following. United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 4. Quote, "The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a Republican form of government, and shall protect each of them against invasion, and on application of the legislature or of the executive when the legislature cannot be convened, against domestic violence." United States Constitution, Article 6. This Constitution and the laws of the United States, which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made, or which shall be made, under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby, anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. First Amendment, United States Constitution, quote, "Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or of the right of the people peaceably to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances." End quote. And the 14th Amendment, U.S. Constitution, Section 3, "No person shall be a senator or representative in Congress, or elector of president and vice president, or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state who, having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress or as an officer of the United States or as a member of any state legislature or as an executive or judicial officer of any state to support the Constitution of the United States, shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same, or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof. But Congress may vote of a 2/3 of each house to remove such disability. Order of the day. Access denied to your government. Americans are witnessing the unfolding of two banana republics, one in Washington, D.C., the other in Sacramento, California, led by two emperors who have no clothes. Two kleptocratic scenes by usurping, naked and unashamed dictators that requires every American citizen demand transparency and openness. Yet it is not forthcoming. Neither is financial accountability or, for that matter, access to government that all generations of Americans and Californians have previously had a God-given right to enjoy. Access is denied to the citizens. However, access is granted to Big Pharma, the United Nations, Communist China, illegal foreign nationals, anyone else who is willing to grease the palms of the Newsom, Pelosi, Biden, and Harris mobs, as well as the highest bidders of any domain of human influence. Russian oligarchs are blushing with envy at the power grab that has been achieved by these un-American crooks and mobsters. We know how they rose to the top of the political structure, and we will remember the day justice is pronounced against them. The government in Washington, D.C. and the government in Sacramento, California have erected barriers to prevent citizen access to government, all the while protesting their vehement disapproval of walls. Physical barriers now separate the United States citizens from government, and all this has been demonstrably orchestrated by their Antifa agent provocateurs and foot soldiers, along with CNN support, who breached the Capitol building in full view of video and audio recording devices. The history books will take careful note of this fact. It is a matter of record. All this has been done at the same time the monoparty operatives of Newsom and Biden have been burning and looting American cities. This has not escaped our notice either. We also know they are colluding to designate us as terrorists for the crime of noticing what they are doing. As Shakespeare said, they will be, quote, hoisted by their own petard, unquote. Will this stand in New California? Not a chance. Justice is coming. We will not be governed by tyrants, even if they do have the protection of big media, big pharma, and communist China. In New California, we don't sleep with spies. We don't betray our American public. Justice will be served. We in New California are not right, left, white, black, or anything else. We are Americans. We are New Californians. California is headed for collapse as a state in just a few short months. California's failed trajectory is now set in stone by a pusillanimous, craven dictator who chooses to violate both federal and state laws while ignoring constitutional structure. The Founding Fathers gave us the remedy for the crisis of government and the dictatorship that now oppresses the United States citizens residing in California. And it is not a, quote, controlled opposition recall, unquote. It is called the Admissions Clause of the United States Constitution. It worked for West Virginia, and it is working for New California. Controlled opposition. Yet to circumvent the Founding Fathers, a controlled opposition force has now surfaced in an attempt to stop the New States Clause process and deny New Californians their constitutional rights. Don't be fooled. The controlled opposition forces will take many faces and personalities while being perfidious. The deception will be deep and repugnant fakers will appear. Government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from California. New California State is a successful state in development. Nothing can stop what is coming. Insurrection. The government of California, the current socialist governor-dictator and monoparty system, along with the local officials, are following a coordinated design with the intent to actively engage in, quote, acts of insurrection, unquote, against the U.S. Constitution. The Insurrection Act of 1807 and the Emergency Economic Powers Act are the United States federal laws that govern the ability of the President of the United States to deploy military troops within the United States to put down lawlessness, insurrection, and rebellion. Acts of secession. The California government, in conjunction with the socialist state executive, instituted wherever the current socialist governor-dictator has usurped power, has actively engaged in acts of secession, and have created a reign of terror on United States citizens living in California with the intent to secede from the United States of America, to thus destroy the very union of states which secures our liberty and freedom. Abdication of authority. Betrayal by the sitting socialist governor-dictator of California, the monoparty legislature, and the local elected officials is evidence of abdication of their responsibilities of authority and sovereignty over the citizens of the United States living in California State. Prayer. The citizens of New California State pray for the military to exercise its authority under continuity of government and the Insurrection Act of 1807, to initiate the military's use of martial law and create the restored government of California as requested by New California State, to end the tyranny being foisted upon the United States of America. This concludes these proceedings. Website newcaliforniastate.com, also ncs51.com, phone number 877-828-2753.